friends, it's me, Micah. This is the Homestead Bandwagon. I'm at the Workstead today doing a demo with this company, Typhoon. So I've got a Typhoon Firewood processor here. This thing they claim will do 4 cords an hour. So yeah, we'll just check it out in action and then have my Typhoon guy tell me a little bit about it.
So I'm Steve with Typhoon. We're out here today with the RCA 500. I've got a lot of interesting improvements. This machine is set up here for commercial use. A lot of guys will use them for 1,000, 2,000 cords a year. That's what they're designed for. It'll do a 20-inch log, and it's rated for up to 4 cords an hour if you are skilled and have all your logistics and loading and some pretty reasonable logs. So very productive unit. We have a conveyor belt here that has an adjustable speed. You can slow it up, slow it down, speed it up, move it left to right 15 degrees, which allows you to really load your trailer.
And that's all hydraulic?
And that's all hydraulic. It's just controlled right here. And so really easy operation, and when you're done you can just pull it right back up and stow it for transport. It has automatically adjusting chain tension. It's hydraulically driven, so you never have to worry about chain tension. It also allows us to have a 2.5 minute saw chain change-out time. So a lot of times, you know, other types of systems, you're looking at 20 minutes. It takes a second to get it on, get it off. So that really keeps you productive. We're using a 24-inch cannonbar, which is fairly common. Try to keep it a little bit more common so that people can find parts and replacement chain and that kind of thing very easily. So we've got our hatch here. Every time you open the hatch, releases all the hydraulic pressure. Very safe unit, very productive, but also with some great safety features. On occasion, you have to get in here and make an adjustment. You don't have to be worried about pressure or any kind of danger.
Is this a Ziploc bag factory?
This is a specialty NASA rated Ziploc bag.
I haven't seen one of those lately.
So everything is just joystick controlled. It's very easy to use. Allows you to keep an eye on what's happening here, helps you avoid operator fatigue. One of the features I like quite a bit is when this clamps down on the log to hold it for cutting, it automatically measures the diameter of the log, which then allows the splitting head to adjust accordingly. So it knows right where the center is, keeps very consistent wood coming out.
From here, how much operator input do you need to take a log down the table, load it in, and split it? What are you doing?
So very little effort here. So to get a log off of our live deck, it's just this control right here. It feeds it, advances it onto the rollers and the conveyor. Once it's on the conveyor, I'm just pushing it to the right, which brings it in and hits it right up against our hard stop here. Once it hits the hard stop, we just pull down and that clamps and then starts to cut and you do hold it down for that. It lowers it down in here. I'll show you some of the safety features, which I really like. So these flaps come up, and as you do the cut, it catches it and then lowers it down into the chamber. Also, our hard stop comes off the log. So it lowers it down in and keeps it pretty securely and doesn't allow it to get sideways, so it prevents quite a few jams. So great feature there. So in order to start the splitting cycle, you just push it once forward and it automatically completes that cycle. You don't have to sit there and hold it. And then basically just rinse and repeat.
So cost, does it cost more or less than a Honda Civic?
More.
Kind of figured. And if you're in the field, is it designed to be user serviceable, or are we calling somebody from the homeland to come pick it up and fix it?
So I would say this is all designed for your average person who knows how to operate equipment to be able to service and do some of the basic maintenance. We do, however, offer field calls. We've got service techs that can come out if it's bad, or you can take it to our service department and we can fix it there as well.
And then gas engine.
Gas engine. This is a 38 horse Kohler electric start.
How much fuel are they going through, say, in a 2-hour period?
About on average, it's a gallon an hour. Mm-hmm. So it's not too crazy. It's pretty reasonable.
And every hour you're moving through, if you're good, moving through 3 or 4 cords?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So a gallon per cord-ish?
Correct.
Pretty efficient.
So that's not too bad. For some other options, if you have 3-phase power, we have an electric motor you can connect to that. That might be a little bit more efficient. These units can also be powered by skid steers, the hydraulics, or tractor hydraulics, if you're set up for that.
We're talking about that. You could unbolt this whole thing from the deck, go mount it to somebody.
Yep. Yeah, you can take these components off, set it up if you need to, stationary, and you can also expand them if you need to. Like, you can combine up to 4 live decks in a row. So if you want to run longer logs or just configure it to...
So you're saying in a row that way?
You can do, or 2 and 2.
Or next to each other?
Yeah, correct.
Wow.
So everybody's operation varies a little bit, so we try to remain flexible for them.
And is there one that comes down so you can load from the ground up?
We do for our more basic units. We have 2 different log loader types. So if you're doing, say you have our 380 and it's a little bit more basic, you can just roll it in and it'll automatically load it up as well. Same type of control, like right here. You can actually see the diagram right there. This control is either for the live deck like we've got, or that individual log loader.
That's neat. So the different models are using some of the same electronics and switches.
Correct. That way we can keep it as basic as possible. Some of them you can run the bigger live deck or the smaller log loader. So sometimes guys will upgrade as they start to produce more.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Then on these conveyors, is there extensions for those? Is it one size?
So these are more or less the same size. We do offer a shorter version. The only extension we really have would be a separator. So if you're really producing and you want to get a little bit cleaner firewood, you can add the separator on the end. Those go for about $900. They're static or passive, but they will eliminate, quite a bit of junk and bark. A lot less expensive than a roller drum operation. And our goal is to kind of keep that fuel consumption to be pretty efficient and not use more energy.
And you said, how long is this?
I believe that one's 15 feet.
15 feet. And you can load up to?
You can go up to 45 degrees.
45 degrees.
Mm-hmm. It is variable speed. Yep. So you can
throw it farther up into a trailer or
exactly
drop it straight off.
Yeah. So if you've got a tandem dump, you can fill that whole thing. Launch it to the front and fill it up. You can load small trailers, pickup trucks. Yeah, it's very handy to be able to adjust it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that control is just right here.
These are made where again?
So these are made partially in Slovenia, in Europe, and then also some assembly and upfitting in Sutherland, Oregon.
Yeah, there you go. Typhoon. This firewood processor costs a pretty penny, but I guess if that's what you're in the business of doing, that's what you got to have. So this is a really impressive get up. This live table, you know, you do have to load it with a machine like with a grapple or forklift or the self loader if you want. They do make versions that tip down that you can load from the ground. The smaller versions. This is like their highest end one. But I did not notice it having any problem moving logs. And what's kind of cool is you can use the conveyor while it's splitting. So you're not losing a lot of efficiency. And it's practically all automatic. You just use this little control stick to do a couple functions and it kind of does the rest. And I did notice that, you know, if you have this bar get stuck or something binds up, it did happen while the guys were showing me this thing, but it was pretty easy to just open this whole thing up. You can pull this off and open it up and work on it. So it looks like it's kind of made to do field repairs on. And it was really cool is this splitter. When this holder comes down to grab the log, it measures the log, and the splitter would move up or down to make sure you're hitting at the center of the log. That was really neat. And then this you can change where it's at just with the screw to change the size of the cut you want to make. But yeah, really, really, really impressive. Yeah, what a cool machine, man. Didn't have any problems moving stuff up this conveyor belt and dumping it at all. Didn't have any wood getting clogged up here or nothing. So what's really cool about this processor is it's kind of modular. So it's on this trailer, it's bolted on. But you could unbolt it and mount it somewhere permanently. And then this, we got a 3-point here. You could put this on the back of a tractor and move it, and you can make these run off a PTO on a tractor or off the hydraulics on a skid steer. So if you got an old tractor or an old skid steer or something that works good, you could hook it up to this and use this processor with your existing machine to power it, even without having that engine on it.